Like basically, the Fraggles were a bunch of bums. Like they didn't want to work.
Here you go, man.
They just wanted to sing songs. And
sounds like a good life.
And there were these little guys that were in there building stuff in Fraggle Rock, and like whatever it was made out of, the Fraggles would eat it. And I'm like, yo, they in here working hard, and these bum ass Fraggles are in here.
Let me ask you a question, bro.
Just in here, just destroying stuff. Like honestly, we got to look back on some of this stuff. The Fraggles were actually the villains on that show.
Jay Moore, let me ask you a question. It's friend to a friend, bro. Known you a long time. Why is it that you find a way to destroy almost twice? We'll say we have 4 shows on average per month. At least 1 or 2 of them, you destroy something from my childhood with your hindsight. What's up with that, man?
Look, sometimes
like
when you see
you
things,
destroy old black shows, you destroying cartoons, you destroying the Thundercats. Like, what's up, man?
Well,
like,
I say nothing bad about Thundercats.
What didn't you diss something about the Thundercats?
No, I ain't nothing bad about it.
Now,
Well,
you killed the Transformers.
Well, I mean, look, I killed the movie, the modern Michael Bay movies,
but not the franchise overall.
No, okay. I'm still a fan.
I'm just checking, bro.
Now, I did have an issue, and I got into it with somebody online when I said, you know, when you really start looking at things, Optimus Prime was not a great leader.
Oh my God, man.
No, I'm serious. Like in the first season, which was only about 13, 14 episodes, like Megatron created a space bridge to get troops and supplies back and forth from Cybertron. He got 2 starships made and collected all this energy. But here, you know, honestly, he deserved to win. And what did Optimus Prime do? What did Optimus Prime do? He had his best scientists create robot dinosaurs that he could not control.
That's the robot dinosaurs.
And at one point, he was out just doing stuff that had nothing to do with this intergalactic war he's supposed to be. He was out helping the NYPD.
You do understand the name Decepticons, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's
they
fine.
really out here foul. You know that, right?
Yeah, but you know what? At least they were efficient. Like Megatron.
At least they were efficient.
Megatron didn't even have a full-time scientist on his team.
Oh, my God, man.
But he was getting stuff done. Here, Optimus Prime out here helping the NYPD catch car thieves. So what did that have to do with an intergalactic war?
So what you're telling me is Optimus Prime was with the feds, and that bothered you? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying he was distracted. So I'm not surprised by the year 2005, he had completely lost Cybertron, and the Autobots were in a bad way. That's a reference
legit.
to the movie.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, when you start breaking stuff down.
No, it doesn't.
Start breaking this stuff down. Optimus Prime, it was, you know, honestly, you know, I think Optimus Prime gets a bad rap.
Listen,
in the course of the show, Optimus Prime honestly was not doing what he was supposed to be doing.
You're not about to keep destroying my childhood with these theories, bro. Leave Optimus Prime.
Hey, let me tell you
is.
something. If you have a problem with Optimus Prime, let me tell you about the Cosbys.
Oh, we're not doing.
There's this guy.
No,
you might have heard of him.
No, I don't know who you talking about. I
think his name's Bill.
No, nope, don't know who you talking about. Man. We're gonna leave that alone. Great show. But we're going to leave that alone.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes you look, you know what else? And I'm not going to leave the ladies out. You know what else is a terrible movie? Ladies, go back and watch the movie Dirty Dancing. I know we got at least one lady in there.
Gobo don't know about that.
That is a terrible movie for women to enjoy. There's a point in the movie where Patrick Swayze's character, he looks after he'd had sex with the young girl.
Be careful.
He looks over and says, "Baby, what's your real name?"
See?
Now, I realize supposedly the character in the name in the movie is Baby, but still, he gonna lean over after
the Flood is checking you on your Transformers. He says, Jay Moore is wrong. Starscream was one of the top scientists on Cybertron. Aha!
Before he became a full-time Decepticon. Like, at that point, he was, by the time he got the Earth Air Commander, the science stuff, that was part-time.
Part-time.
He's a part-time scientist. He's a full-time Decepticon, part-time scientist.
God,
I don't know.
That's why Skyfire even got to Earth and called him out and was like, "Do you really like doing this? You got to be really old to understand what I'm talking about."
Meek Dog said, "I'm a female. I don't care about that movie at all, Jay Moore."
I'm telling you, because I remember I grew
Meek
up,
ain't going.
I grew up with a bunch of girls who like they love that movie, but I'm like, this is awful.
Shout out to the Gobernator in Discord putting a Fraggle Rock picture in there. Gobo, you was born in like 2009 or something like that. Come on, fam.
The whole group of Fraggles was in there just terrorizing the little dudes in there trying to do some construction.
Mike can't do math.
And
what? I can. Gobo's young.
If he's 17, he's like, oh, 2009.
I ain't hear you say he was 17.
2010.
Yeah, Gobo young, man. You know, I got to exaggerate 3 or 4 years.
So what's that, 2000, what, 5, 6? Yeah, somewhere around there.
Talk to us, Go. When were you born, man? Really born? Because the beats you make it sound like you was born, a little bit earlier than that with the beats. So
okay,
and his production don't sound like he was born.
And since I'm just out here giving controversial wild takes,
here you go, man.
You know what the worst Star Wars movie is?
The Return of the Jedi.
Yes, Return of the Jedi is awful storytelling.
They gonna kill you in the comments.
No, they're not, because everybody look.
We all know.
It's just like you watch that movie, be like, none of this makes any sense.
It had high moments, that's why, and it was like the end of it. Right?
Yeah, it was like okay.
But outside of that,
but as far as storytelling goes, I'm like, this doesn't even make any sense.
So let's bring it to now.
Okay.
Teddy bears, no.
You stupid.
Ewoks.
What about Obi on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Versus The Mandalorian.
I think they're both really good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I have nothing bad about to say about either.
I think
one of
both
those
are good as well. If I'm saying if we have to lean one way,
I'm not leaning either way. I think
so. You're saying they're pretty much equals.
I'm saying that they're both
both
holding
really good?
their own in the sense that they're both good stories and they're both good parts of the universe.
And plus, I feel like Obi-Wan I think that was a one-off. I don't think there's going to be a second season of that. But like the Mandalorian
was really, it kept my attention the whole time.
Yeah, the Mandalorian. Because at first I was like, I hear like a Star Wars TV show.
Yeah.
Like if you are of a certain age and you hear Star Wars TV show, that's nothing to get excited about.
Hey, Disney Plus really is killing it though, if we're going to be honest with their content.
Yeah, I actually pay for that. So
yeah, I enjoy both. I'm just excited about the next season for Mandalorian.
Andor comes out tonight.
I don't even know what Andor is though. Y'all got to help me.
That's like the beginning of the rebellion. It's between.
Is it a new series?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
It's a new series.
Similar in the same vein as those two and Boba and all that stuff.
It's basically
because
Boba's getting the second season.
Boba's another one that was in the new TV series.
I enjoy.
They're all good. I think they're all good.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
I don't know who. Like y'all going to help your boy on Andor though.
Andor is it's after episode 3.
Okay.
So the Empire's running things.
Should there be some dope cameos in this from other characters, or is it
like these are the people who did this are the people who made Rogue One.
Okay.
So and Rogue One was incredible.
All right, man. I'm gonna take y'all word for it. Disney Plus is. I'll put like you said. I pay for that.
I've been watching She-Hulk.
I'm like
that 2 or 3 episodes in on that. It's not bad. And I watched a movie on HBO last night. I watched Moonfall.
I hadn't seen that.
Is that the one Halle Berry?
Yeah, I actually liked it. I went into it. You look at the cover and you're like, oh, it's one of these. Everything's gonna die. I didn't have high hopes, but it's also got Sam Wise from Game of Thrones in it too, which I thought was cool. He's one of my favorite actors in that series. But
yeah, I know I'm about to jump into.
But
go ahead.
No, but I was just gonna say there are parts where they rush some stuff, and I feel like timelines went super fast. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good idea.
I feel bad that I've ignored you for this long. Well, not ignored long, but didn't jump in like I was supposed to with Game of Thrones, because I'm liking the prequel, which from what I've understood is House of the Dragons.
Right. So
now I'm gonna fall in line after I watch all of this and go directly into. It's like what 8 seasons of. Yeah, it's a long, right? It's a long path. Okay, well I should have jumped in, but now the nerd in me comes out, and I'm loving what I'm seeing, so I should have jumped in. I'm about to jump in though.
I'm a fan of it, man. I like I said, it's right up my realm though. Like I like the fantasy related stuff that's kind of like Lord of the Rings esque. Like it's kind of based on real world stuff. Too. A lot of them are written by authors that apparently had never heard of black people, which is interesting.
Dragon game is high in these. So from what I hear,
the dragons didn't really come out in Game of Thrones, but I've read the books. A Song of Ice and Fire and stuff, and they're good.
I'm not mad at it, man. So I'm trying not to get too sci-fi or whatever you want to call it, because I've been doing the Rings joint as well as
it's a lot.
That's a lot to take on, but.
Just hey man, just accept the fact that you like it, and it's okay. Come on home.
I'm home on Game of Thrones. I'm home.
It's just like Game of Thrones, but you're just on like the House of the Dragon. Game of Thrones is. I don't know if it would make more sense to watch Game of Thrones first, even though it's like after the fact, because a lot of the characters that they're introducing right now, you'll be able to follow the lineage of where they come from.
That's what I was thinking.
So you'll be like, oh, but. I'm guessing still, if you watch House of the Dragon, when you watch Game of Thrones, you'd be like, oh, that's that person from
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
I'm gonna figure it out. They got me with this one. This series is dope.
Yeah.